Back here on CBS Sports Network, you're taking a look at our latest WNBA Power Rankings that are over on CBSSports.com. The Lynx top the list, followed by the Liberty, Dream, Fever, Mercury round out the top 5. The Chicago Sky at the end of our list, though. For much more on this and the WNBA, let's go ahead and welcome in Ty Carter. Ty, great to see you. Let's begin with the Lynx, who top our list here. They're in the midst of this stretch where they'll play 13 consecutive games against teams in playoff position right now. That includes 4 finals rematches against New York, most recently coming off that win Wednesday night to the Liberty. It feels right that the Lynx top our list here.
Absolutely. You can't fake your way to a 23-5 record. They have certainly been consistent up until the Atlanta Dream had beat them at home. They went on a win streak at Target Center where they were 14-0, which marks the 4th longest home win streak that we've had in league history. And so they've been super good. Nafisa Collier, she's playing like the MVP this season, and she has all season long. I was watching the Liberty game the other day, and the Liberty, they had went on their run towards the end of the game. They cut the lead to 4. Then here comes Nafisa Collier. I was calling her Michael Jordan. The way that she was commanding the game and taking over, she was able to finish with 36 points. And even when Courtney Williams wasn't scoring the ball, her supporting cast, Natisha Heidemann right here knocking down a triple, and of course Courtney Williams, she was an all-star as well. She was able to dish out 11 assists, and so that's what comes along with it. Sometimes your other people who score in double figures, they might not reach the call or the task, but you have a star player in Nafisa Collier who can carry the team, and she has those who can step up with her on a consistent basis.
She is one of a kind, and the MVP campaign continues for her this season. Now, coming in behind the Lynx are the New York Liberty, obviously a team that's in contention, really hoping to get Breanna Stewart back, but this team really being cautious with her injury now that the playoffs are rapidly approaching. What's your outlook on New York right now?
Well, New York, I would say by Tuesday, they should have a 20-win season. So thinking about it in these terms, they play the Connecticut Sun twice. So they're about to play them tonight. They play the Connecticut Sun again on Sunday. Then we can fast forward to Tuesday night. They're going to play the Dallas Wings. Now, they did just lose to Dallas on Monday, but we're just going to call that one a toss-up. They came out. They had a bad game against a team that they are significantly better than, and I would say everyone knows that. They should be able to defeat the Dallas Wings on Tuesday night. Then we fast forward to next Thursday, they play the Dallas Wings again. So when you're looking at it, they have won 17 games so far this season. The road ahead, at least their next 4 games, are fairly easy ones that I can see them getting back into their groove. They've just lost three straight, and it starts with them losing to the Los Angeles Sparks off that buzzer beater at home. But from there, I think the tides are going to turn for the defending champions. And then they're also supposed to be adding 2019 WNBA champ in the fold, who is Emma Mieseman, and I think that's going to make all the difference.
We'll look forward to that. Further down this list, we find the Indiana Fever. Caitlin Clark still out, but it doesn't seem to be a huge problem as this team just finds ways to win.
Yeah, Kelsey Mitchell, she has been prolific when you think about how she's been able to really take over for this team as the main scoring force for them. And then also, I think their biggest win has been signing Aari McDonald, where she's on that rest of season contract now. She took over the place of DeWanna Bonner when she departed from the team. And Aari McDonald just had a season high, well, actually a career high, 27 points. And she has been able to really command that point guard spot. And so for them, they were able to knock off the Phoenix Mercury. Did that without Caitlin Clark. Tonight they go up against the Dallas Wings, and so I could see them extending their win streak here to 4 straight games. And them being at the 4 spot right now is very deserving, especially what they've been able to do without Clark.
Now, outside the top 5 is the Seattle Storm at 6. Is this the best spot considering how brutal of a July it was for the Storm?
I think so. And they're one of those teams, right, where we talked about pretenders or contenders, right?
Yeah.
And they have really teetered on that line, but it's been all season long. They do this thing where they come out and they're dominant and they're forceful. And you're like, wow, the Seattle Storm, they're really a team who you think can win it all. And then they go into these lapses where you're like, where is the same squad that ran off 5 straight wins. They are so up and down. And so I think 6 is a good spot for them as of right now, because later on we might see them jump back up to number 4, right? Because they then turn it on to be that team that we know who can be so consistent and really good with Nneka Ogwumike, Skylar Diggins, and Gabby Williams. Those are 3 all-stars.
Still trying to figure out this team fully. How about the Aces here? They come in at number 8 on our WNBA Power Rankings list. Desperately needing more from Jewell Loyd, obviously. But let's kind of get a vibe check of where you stand with LA right now.
I would say they are that's generous for the Las Vegas Aces. They have had quite the year when you talk about toughness and trying to figure out what team we are going to be. Now, they had a very good win the other night over the Los Angeles Sparks, who are surging right now. They were on a 5-game win streak, and the Aces, they went in their trap, and they was able to bring them to defeat when Cameron Brink returned for her very first game of the season. And so within that, I think the Aces, maybe they're going to come together at the right time, but they're another squad who hasn't shown me quite what they can do night in and night out in seeing what team are we exactly going to get. The constant has been Asia Wilson. The constant has been Jackie Young. But when we go past that, they have question marks across their roster, which isn't typically like them. And when they were able to win 2 straight championships, it was because we knew that we were going to get something out of 4 of their 5 starting players. Right now in the season, that's still a question mark.
Yeah. Lastly here, Ty, the Chicago Sky are at the bottom of our list. The Sky season has quickly gone from bad to worse out of the All-Star break. What's next for them?
I think it's looking rather sour for them. I would say when we're looking at the mix of the standings, right, it's all packed up between, I would say, spaces 6 on down, where it could still be anybody's game. But within what the Chicago Sky, I don't think have the team who can make that final playoff push. When you look past Angel Reese, who is averaging a double-double. She's leading the league in rebounds, but otherwise, again, they haven't been a team who has been able to sprawl off wins. They have consistently gotten worse and not better. And I think at this part in the season, they don't have the team who can look to really turn things around just based off of their history. So I think they'll be on the verge of missing playoffs yet again.
All right, Ty Carter joining us here live on CBS Sports Network. It's HQ Spotlight, breaking down the latest WNBA Power Rankings over on CBSSports.com. The WNBA continues tonight. We got a slew of awesome games going on. We talked a little bit about the New York Liberty taking on the Sun. Tip-off is slated for 7:30 Eastern time tonight. Ty mentioned that she expects the Liberty to get to 20 wins after they have some back-to-back games against the Sun.